back to Couch Critics. I'm Lamia.
And I'm Ruby, and today we're reviewing the second season of Nobody Wants This. We reviewed the first season last year, and this year we're reviewing the second one. We don't have our mics today because they ran out of battery, so we're sorry about that.
And we're gonna try to speak up.
Yes.
Just speak as loud as we can. So, Nobody Wants This. We're reviewing the newest season. It's a Netflix show, and it stars again Kristen Bell and Leighton Meester's husband.
Yes, Adam Brody.
And Leighton Meester this season.
Well. Yeah, she was in an episode. I find her really. I'm a big fan of her acting because even though she played Blair Waldorf for the longest time, every time I see her in a new TV show or movie, she feels like a different character. Like, I do not get the Blair Waldorf vibe from her other roles, and I really like that. It's really hard to get out of it. Yeah, exactly. Get out of a character that became so iconic. So it's nice that she's able to do that.
I cannot unsee Blair Waldorf.
Yeah.
Maybe it's because I'm rewatching Gossip Girl for like the 1000th time, but yeah, I love Blair, and whenever I see Leighton, I cannot not see Blair.
Okay.
And I feel like it's a two-sided, thing. It's a gift because as an actor, you got to play so many, this huge character on screen, but I feel like it's also a curse in the sense that people will always, identify you to this character. And just a side note, I was, listening to... Taylor Momsen, she played Jenny in Gossip Girl. She was in Call Her Daddy, and she was talking about how years and years later after the show, people still talk to her about Jenny Humphrey and couldn't separate her from her character.
It's even though with Taylor Momsen, I find it really hard because even though she left the show kind of pretty early on, and then her style is completely different right now, and she looks like a completely different person. I also find it really hard to separate her from Jenny Humphrey. I don't know what's it about, but
And it's so funny because there are a lot of Gossip Girl characters in this show. Kristen Bell is the voice of Gossip Girl, and Leighton Meester's husband, I don't know why I can't remember his name. Adam Brody. Yeah. He played Sat Cohen in the OC, and the OC was made by the same creators as Gossip Girl, and it's basically Gossip Girl, but in Orange County, and his character is basically Dan Humphrey. Yeah. The
whole cast is very, they've played a lot of roles together. Kristen Bell's sister, Morgan, she was in Succession, and the psychiatrist, her fiance, was also in Succession, which, by the way, he played, I don't know if you remember, but he was the lawyer in Inventing Anna. He played the lawyer in that scene.
I can't remember, no.
This actor, I don't know, I find that he looks a lot like Dan Humphrey. Okay. I don't know why, but yeah, he's been in a lot of different TV shows, and I really like seeing him on screen. I find he has this kind of sense of humor that's just so subtle. Even
is it the brother? Or is it who
no? I'm talking about the Morgan's boyfriend. Okay. Doctor, Andy. Dr. Andy. Yes. Yeah. Dr. Andy. Yeah, he was.
Yeah, I didn't watch Succession, but as you said, he probably was in it.
Yeah, he was in it. He played the friend of the main character, and I forgot his name. I really have to finish watching that TV show. I started. I was obsessed with it, but I just never got to the end of it. So yeah.
So in this season, we follow Joanne and Noah's relationship, and we watch it unfold after Noah decides to not quit his job, but not upgrade his job in order to stay with his girlfriend, and that's due to his religious expectations.
Yes.
The expectations that his job has for him.
Yeah.
And and the whole show, although it tackles religion, it tackles relationship and making choices and everything, it's very light.
Yes.
And it's not shoved up in people, and it's not, I didn't find it offending, to be honest.
No, not at all.
Any shape, way, or form.
If anything, I find it very beautiful because I think it's not just related to Judaism. I think anybody who practices any kind of religion, there's certain traditions and certain standards that come with it, and like habits, I would say. So I find it kind of nice that they portrayed it this way, because even the things we criticize about religion, they kind of acknowledge them, and they just like, I don't know, it was beautifully represented.
Yeah, and it's also very realistic, because it shows someone who's actually like very adamant on like, you know, keeping their faith, and someone who's struggling to make this decision of like, do I want to convert, or do I want to not convert? And even though if I don't want to convert, maybe I just don't care about religion as much as the person that I'm dating. And I loved how Joanne's character was very confused throughout the entire season, and how she couldn't make a choice, but also like didn't even make a huge effort to make a choice, because I feel like when it comes to faith, it's something that you have to feel like deep in your bones, just the same way that her mother did when she decided to convert. But she didn't have that click, she didn't have that switch, and so she just like didn't convert.
Yeah, I also loved how not Rebecca, what's her name, the other girl?
Morgan?
Noah's brother's wife.
We're very bad with names.
I was just
Noah's brother's wife.
I love how Noah's brother's wife described, like, by the end she was like, oh, but you're already like
just
Jewish.
Fake it.
Yeah, she was like, just fake it, you're already Jewish, like you're following the traditions and all. And it's also so interesting, because I feel like this TV show really separated faith in terms of really believing in God and the traditions that comes with the religion. Like, I feel like those two were very different things, because all through the TV show, and that's my perspective of it, Joanne was like wondering if she could keep up with the traditions and all, but I did not feel that she was really wondering whether there's a God out there, or if that's the God she believes in. I don't know, that's my perspective of it. But yeah, it's and I find it interesting, because I feel like traditions do come with religion, and they're just
and also it's very rare to just like have a show that like, you know, kind of sort of tackles religion, but like it's not heavy. Like it's always, I mean, it is a heavy subject, but like I feel like you could make a message go through so much more easily if you just like present it in a light way. Also, I love the relationship between the sisters, and how they didn't get along during a lot of times. And
it's very realistic.
Yeah, it's super realistic, and I loved Morgan. I mean, I loved her in season 1, and I still love her in season 2. She's my favorite character. And yeah, she's just like super sassy. She does her own thing. She's really cool, and like all the characters are in their, you know, late 30s, I guess, or like early 40s. I mean, Kristen Bell in real life, I think she's in her 40s. But yeah, I loved how all the characters were older, and the relationship did look more adult.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, I also love that, and I loved how they're like human. Like it's their acting is not too much. It's just like, I felt like it's a conversation I would be having every day with like, the people in my life, and I find that very refreshing and, as you said, very light. And it's one last thing, I noticed that the ending was similar to the ending of the first season. They kind of broke it off, and then at the last minute they ran after each other. If there was one thing I would complain about, it would be that, because I felt like there was a pattern. But I do understand that the show is very successful, and they do want to keep it going for the third season, so it makes sense that they're like trying to end it on a cliff note where it doesn't work out, but then it ends up working out. But
and I saw some reviews that said that like actually the show wasn't doing that well. Like people didn't like the second season. They found it very silly and very boring. But the show got renewed for a third season.
Interesting. I find it like a comfort show. Like I find like it's not gonna revolutionize your vision about the world or anything, but it's a nice show to watch, and you can relate to the characters, and I find it's a creative, like it's a different idea. I haven't seen a show like this, at least myself, ever. So it's nice to have TV shows like this. So
and the acting is great. The actors are really, really good, and Yeah, I totally agree with you. I feel like this show is very comforting and it came out at the right time. I mean, it's getting colder and I feel like it's better to watch stuff like this that would just like, light up your mood.
Totally agree with it.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, guys, for watching. I think that sums up our review of the second season of Nobody Wants This.
Please like and subscribe and we'll see you guys next week.
Bye.
Bye.